I actually executed Ted Bundy. I was a warden there. Yeah, you're right. He and, I don't know, 8 or 10 others. I had a long tenure there doing that, long history of doing several years where we executed, I would guess, 8 or 10 people. As I said, he was one of them. But the thing that sticks out the most about Ted Bundy was he was arrogant, number one, and he tried to beat the system in a lot of ways. He tried to get his girlfriend to do things for him, and he would write people and take advantage of them, want them to send him money and say he was somebody he wasn't, all kinds of things. We had to keep on constant vigil about Ted Bundy. And of course, the news media was always interested, and actually a couple of state attorneys became, I won't say buddies with him, but they came to see him with some frequency, ostensibly to find out if he knew more about crimes that weren't reported yet, but actually they wanted part of the notoriety, somehow being able to talk to Bundy and somehow be able to use that in their campaign. I know that. But what bothered me the most about him was the phone call that I would get periodically from a woman in a western state. I could tell she was elderly. I never met her. I talked to her on the phone several times. She would call me, and in a very haunting voice asked me about Ted Bundy. I said, "Why do you want to know?" I said, "He killed my daughter, my only daughter." And she said, "I've never gotten over it." She was all I had. And she would call me periodically and say, "Do you think he'll ever be executed?" 3 or 4 months later, she'd call me again, "Do you think it will ever have to pay for what he did?" And I kept reassuring, "Yes, ma'am, I think he will. It may take a little time yet, but I believe it will happen." And of course, she knew when his warrant had been signed, and she called one last time. And I said, "Yes, he is scheduled for execution, and it will happen on such and such a date." And I don't know that that ever brought her any real relief either, knowing that he was going to die, and in fact did die. But never heard from her again. But I never forgot it either.